Hello everybody and welcome back to another edition of Matchbox Marks Diecast Restorations. This project I'm taking on the mighty Matchbox number 61 Alvis Stalwart. This model is pretty popular. I think everybody has had one in their collection at one time. And I would be surprised if it still had all the tires with it. So I have two here that don't have the tires and two that do. And I actually did a video a while ago with a fleet of Unimogs. Here's a couple of them. And I did find an O-ring that actually was almost the exact same size as these tires. These are actually not the O-rings because it's got tread on them, but if you look at the little spare tire, that's an O-ring. And here's the tires that came with them. So I've got about 12 tires, so I'm going to have to source about 12 more. And here are the O-rings that I used and that I will use. So here's a picture of the package. I got these at Ace value. So there's the measurements. So here we are. This is, like I said, the number 61. And let me see if I can get it. There it is. And this actually used to belong to a friend of mine when I was growing up. We used to play Matchbox cars with each other, and his name was Alan. So if Alan was watching this channel, he would probably be very happy that I'm restoring his Matchbox car, or he'd probably be very angry with me because I still have it. So this one here I actually sourced from a lot of 3, and the person actually painted it red. They actually did a pretty good job, and put Texaco decals on it. So I'm going to restore it, and I'm going to go on Google Images to see if these came in any other colors, because I'd like to maybe do a couple in another color. And the canopies, a couple of them are missing, so I sourced 3 of them on eBay. 25 bucks. And this one actually right here came with a red one, but they painted it white, so I'm just going to get a new one. And another thing with this one, there is no windshield, so I'm going to have to restore this one minus the windshield, and then when I get one eventually I can take it back apart and put it on there. So there's the Matchbox fleet I'm going to take on. And my next 2 are going to be a couple customs, a couple Porsches, Hot Wheels, 911, Targa. So this one I'm going to customize for a friend of mine at work. He is an Indianapolis Colts football fan. So I'm going to customize this in the colors blue, and I'm going to do the decal. The football or the Colts decal and put it on the hood. So, and then this one I'm going to customize for me and paint it red, because the Porsche 911 Targa has always been one of my favorite sports cars. So if I can't have one in real life, I'll just kind of pretend I have one and just paint it all red. So there's the project. So next step will be taking all these apart and separating all the parts to be stripped. And okay, till next shoot. Alright, so all the Alvises, or is it the Alvi, plural? I don't know. But anyway, they're all taken apart. One rivet, all the same. So I drilled out the hole and tapped it. And so I don't know if I can drop these in the stripper or not. I don't know if that green paint's going to come off. So my guinea pig will be this one. And if the red comes off and not the green, then I know I can strip those in the stripper. And here's the windshields for all of them. As you can see, it's a pretty interesting setup. So that just sits up in there, and I think this rides on the chassis. This part right there. And this is the remnants of the red one. So obviously it's broken and missing. So we will just put that in the old trash. All right, and the Porsche. I was afraid of this, so I was hoping that black part would have come off. So now I've got to tape it off and paint it. And that there is just painted black. It doesn't come off, so that's going to be kind of a challenge. And I did strip those holes and tapped them. The windshields, not too bad. Interior, I'm not going to touch the interior. I'm going to leave it black. And the chassis, I'm not going to do anything with this either. I'm going to keep the wheels, keep the chassis, and everything, because there's nothing wrong with them. All right, so I'm going to figure out how to strip these bases and then get her going. All right, so after some serious thought, I decided to take off all of the little hubs, and I just went ahead and this is kind of like the first time I'm going to do this, reuse these old axles. I just kind of took my sandpaper just like everybody else did or does, and then I just kind of smooth the one side so the wheels come off or the hubs come off. And I've got the 6 that were painted in red soaking in brake fluid. So I know brake fluid takes off all paint, so we'll see how that works out. So models are stripping, all taken apart. There's the axles. I'll shine them up with some sandpaper, and we'll see how those hubs turn out in brake fluid. All right, so here's the little hubs soaking in brake fluid. Hopefully the paint will come off pretty easy. And then in here are the models. What I do when I strip the models is I just take a whole container of citrus strip, pour it in the Tupperware, and then I just drop them in there. That way it's a lot easier. I don't have to worry about getting all the nooks and crannies. So just by getting me all covered up in there, it should strip most of the paint off. So let these sit overnight, like I say. I'm in no rush to get them done. I just want all the paint taken off so it'll be easier for me to sand and primer. All right, till next shoot. All right, it's the next morning and all the models have been soaking in citrus strip overnight, and about 99.9% of the paint came off, and all I had to do is rinse them in soapy water. There's the base. And this was the red one. It's got a little bit of red paint, but most of it did come off. And the Porsches came out pretty good. There's a little bit of paint in there, but the wire wheel will get that. And the transparencies. One thing I do with these is just let them soak in hot soapy water, and they almost come perfectly clean. All I got to do is dip them in Pledge. And there's the Porsche interiors, windshields. And one of these canopies was painted white right here, and I managed to save it. Even though I got 3 more coming in the mail, or 4 more coming in the mail, because I had to order a new Alvis Stalwart for the windshield, but it comes with a canopy and 6 tires for $10. So looks like I'll have a couple extra parts in case I ever want to restore one in the future. And here's the Porsche interiors. Good and clean. Not going to do anything with those because I like Porsches with black interiors. And the hubs all came out pretty good. And I did forget to wash the tires. So tires are going to be soaking today. So all in all, pretty good turnout with all the stripping. So take these models on to get sanded next. All right, it is time for the reveal of the 2 custom Porsches and the Alvis Stalwarts. So here's the first Porsche I customized. I customized this one into my favorite colors, red and black. So I think it came out pretty decent. Sometimes before I put these on the pedestal, I just take a paintbrush and wipe off the dust, because these colors really show dust. So this one came out pretty good. So there's that one. And the blue one, I ran into a little bit of an issue trying to get the decals, the water slide decals on there. They were actually the same exact color, or they were clear, so they blended right in. So I need to try to make some. So this one I painted in the Colts blue color, blue and white. I didn't paint this, the bumper on this Porsche. I might do it in the future. I don't know, you haven't decided yet. It's kind of hard painting the bumpers. It takes a steady hand. So there's that one. And now for the 4 Alvis Stalwarts. Okay, these were fun. These were actually pretty easy. Once again, I did use the rattle can spray paint. Didn't like these decals because they were peel and stick. And if you don't put it on right and you take it off, you peel off some paint. So this one here, the windshields came out really, really good, really clear. And this one here has the original tires on them because you can see the tread. So there's that one. And here's this one. I really, really like this model. I think it's really, really just badass. I like just the whole look of it. So, and it's got a lot of good detail on it too. Okay, this one here, I actually used the O-rings on it because sourcing those tires is expensive. So these O-rings are 59 cents a piece. So it really helps out with cost. Here's the third one. All of them look identical. I just love all the little rivets on the casting, and I did keep the axles on these. This is the first restoration I've ever kept the axles. And I might start doing it in the future because they're a lot easier to mushroom the ends than the rivets. And last one. This one here has the original tires on it. So this one I had to source a new windshield for it. I just got a new model. It came with tires and the canopy cover and everything. And there we go. Now this one here, as it's coming around, you can see the paint right there. I try to touch it up because that's where it peeled off the paint. So there they are. I'm going to take these to the track because it'll be cool to see a fleet of these rolling down the track. So, all right. So next stop, the track. All right, we are at the track with the 4 Alvises and the 2 Porsches. And I've already done a test run, so I'm not going to give you any hints on how it's going to turn out. But I did bring out all my track just in case. So here we go. Let's see how they do. So it looks like the Porsche won. And the Alvises, well, one of them didn't quite make it, but at least these 3 did. And the Porsches made it to the end. All right, oh, look, it even moved my flip-flop around. So, cool. All right, so that'll do it for this video. And thank you for watching. And subscribe if you haven't already done so. Leave a comment. And I will see you on the next video. My next video is going to be a fan mail unboxing. So very excited about that. All right. Thanks for watching.